just wanna rock. I just wanna, I just wanna rock. Body yada yada. Shorty got that body yada yada. No ties, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my size. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5. That's my high. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. The visiting Charles Davis. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald set to get us started. And we are underway from uptown Charlotte. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately.
He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35.
And the Falcon first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. I'll check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 16 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Penix. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
His 2nd year in the league certainly didn't go the way that he thought it would. In fact, a lot of whispers around the team and around the league that maybe he was not going to be the guy. Ended up getting benched, took his time, watched the game, and then came back better than ever. 2nd year in the same offense with the same head coach should lead to an even bigger jump in year 3.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Here is Young. That is caught. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for the Panthers. First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's Young off play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
To throw, Young. They'll roll him out right. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than trying to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Here's Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The numbers for Brooks a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
This 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Young. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. James Pierce. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he's brought down at the 25-yard line. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
Complete to Darnell Mooney. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Falcon first down.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw with Penix. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Falcons.
To throw again is Penix. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
First down, Atlanta.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
First and goal, Atlanta.
To the air, Penix. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Micah Parsons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. And looking to throw, Penix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Looking to put a drive together. Young now after the fumble recovery. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Here now, second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Looking to throw, Young. That incomplete to Ligon. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
That's good for a Carolina Panther.
Young going to give to Brooks. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Second and 10.
Brings up second down at the 44-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 36-yard line.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
5-yard gain on the play. That's another.
Up the middle with Brooks here. It's on the ground. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Panthers are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
There are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Brooks, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Looking to throw, Penix. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. There's Mooney with another catch. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
The 7-yard line.
A play fake. Now Penix. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Young now. And that's going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll throw again. Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Young working out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Well, the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Penix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Penix. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Final play of the half, Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and that is incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. A sad day for some, the official final day of summer. Fall begins in the USA tomorrow, so time for one more summer fling, if you will. Our look around the NFL starts now. It begins at Gillette Stadium, the Patriots at home to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's the vaunted Steelers defense that comes up with the big play here. This a big play early in the ball game. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here. first. Second half action underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 25-yard line.
On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Eluding the pressure right. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Carolina. On the return, here's Agnew. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and it will be Falcon football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half is theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Brings up second down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Third down.
Back to throw here. And it is caught. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 7. And the Falcons first down.
Somebody got a boy. Watch it. Go away.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Robinson up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Brooks. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll run straight ahead to Brooks. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
Well, for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
Panthers 14.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Looking to put a drive together. Young off the bootleg. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the 1st down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a 1st down.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll throw with Penix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Falcons.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. But good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who's that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
It's a gain of 13.
And it's going to sneak it. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain on the play. 1st down, Atlanta.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. To the sideline and incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, Jones. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Jones is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards. Back to the 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Off play action. Here's Penix. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Scorton able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
It's 4th down and goal.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
On the ground, it's Brooks to about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
A gain of a yard.
Young back near the goal line. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Young. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. Now the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. First carry for Tyler Algier. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This is 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. To the air, Penix. Flush to his right. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Carter, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Young to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Hubbard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Young. Got a man. That's Liggett. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
On the handoff, this is Brooks. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw, Young. Hard throw, incomplete.
Intended for number 18.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had. Thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Starting the drive with Algier. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And looking to throw, Penix. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Penix. Got his man. It's London. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
19 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Here's a give to Algier on the option. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
I'm
sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Over the middle, caught by London. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in the red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
They're going to look to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. But following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
Well, the touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the Panthers coming out now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's Young. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he's got the hook up to McLeod. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd down at the 36-yard line.
Algier now up the middle. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Penix. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. So now Young and the Panthers down 20-14, a little under a minute to go. They'll need to take this football 95 yards, no easy feat. And they start out 1st and 10. Now Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this up to the 10, but that's all. A nice job there to bring him down defensively. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here's Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. The spike comes with 9 seconds left to go. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Young. Got a man. That's Leggett. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They did